Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. And today we're going to talk about teams and a couple things. One, I think it's a time for you to build a team because I have a lot of agents over the years, and every day I talk about teams. And also, what is a team and what makes up a team? So, first, my disclaimer: this is my opinion. You talk to different coaches and trainers and brokers and managers and team leaders. Everybody has their little take on what it is a team, when it is time for a team, what is best to be on a team or start a team. So I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite coaches is Tom Ferry. I mean, I love Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Brian Buffini, Jared James, lots of great coaches out there. But several years ago, one of the coaching seminars that I watched was from Tom Ferry, and some of this is from his playbook on when it is to grow a team and what's part of a team. So I've been using that for many years as my backbone of information I give agents when they ask me this question. So today, more than ever in real estate, of my almost 30 years in real estate, is teams. So all you hear is teams and when to build one, when to go on one, especially to those new agents. So let's start with when you should build a team. So here's a couple ideas and things to think about. So number one is, if you are at that level of your business where you're plateaued, you can't all of a sudden every year, especially in this market right now, if you're selling the same amount of houses, making the same amount of money, and you can't get to that next level, you can't hit that next level of sales, it might be time for you to build a team. And I'm going to go over some more ideas after this in detail. But if you hit that plateau, but remember, if you've taken Business 101, there's a theory of the laws of diminishing return. Remember, you might do something and bring your business down because you're spending more time building a team. So you've got to make sure sometimes you hit that plateau, but if something takes your distraction away, you're like, okay, time for me to build a team. And you take that advice without going into some more of these things. All of a sudden you're going into it, and then you're actually doing less, or you're selling more and you're making less because now you have team members. So sometimes there's things that happen and that you invest in and end up making less money. You're selling more houses and less money. You don't want to get to that point. You want to invest that money and time in building a team and springboard up from there. So that's a whole nother class on when you build a team. Should you keep your team? That's a whole nother video. I'd probably do that too. Two, if you're consistently missing your goals, just like if you're plateaued, if you're missing your goals of how many sales you want to hit and how many customers you want to help, if you're doing that, maybe there's something going on with your time. You're not contacting enough people, you're not prospecting enough, you're not following up on enough leads, and you're just not hitting those goals. That might be a time to think about, maybe I need to build a team. Three, you have no free time, no breaks. You can't work 24/7. If you have no free time, that's a good sign that you need to find some team members to help you with your business. Buyer's agent, seller's agent, someone else to help you. And then we're going to go again more into detail soon. Four, if your systems are not working and you're not completing your tasks, at the end of the day, if you just went all day long showing houses and did not do anything, you didn't prospect for new things, you didn't put notes, you didn't send out your mailers or your emails or send out some text messages and follow up, if you just worked and you did not do your daily tasks, remember, you should have your daily tasks. I need to prospect, I need to follow up on clients, I need to get organized with my current clients and make sure their loans are on time and the title company knows what they're doing and their inspections are done and their appraisals are ordered. And if you are not following up and have your system of keeping organized and you're not doing those things every day, might be time to build a team. if you're at the next, if you can't handle any more business, all of a sudden another buyer calls you, follows up with you like, hey, it's time for me to buy, and you didn't even reach out to them. They reached out to you, said, hey, I need to go see some houses this weekend, and you can't handle another thing. Maybe it's time to build a team. Next is if you're working, 10, 12 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, might be time for you to find someone to help you and build a team. And then I see this happen to agents. They get to that level. I've seen it happen many times. And it's a sad thing to see is when you get so busy doing whatever you do, and it doesn't matter how many sales you are, you're just so busy and you just get tired and uninspired. So many times I talk to agents that are busy and they're just like, I'm tired. Especially when it happens when you have some problem transactions all happen at once and the buyers are happy, unhappy, sellers unhappy about something, maybe nothing that, of course, the agent has done, just the situation, and you just get tired of the business sometimes. So if you're getting to that point, it might be time to take a little bit break sometimes, not work as hard, and finding team members to help you on that. And then last is just missing the quality of life. If you're working to enjoy life, if you're running through life going, hey, I'm going to just work, and you're not having any enjoyment, and you're just working nonstop, and your quality of life, you're not spending time with family and friends and doing things, your children, whatever it is that you're working so hard for, then maybe it's time to build a team. Now, I'll give you some ideas of why it's so great to be in real estate and be able to build a team. What I mean by this, and being in business for so long and having employees and agents and having, you're basically, when you build a team, you're kind of building your own small business within your brokerage sometimes with help, and you actually really have staff, and you're paying salaries, and you're paying hourly rates to people to help you. But the great thing about starting a team, my opinion, you could start it with paying for free, paying nothing, zero, zilch. You don't have to guarantee anybody money. You could build a team, start up with buyer's agents and seller's agents with just the hope of a split of commission for the future if that buyer buys or sells. But your first reaction when I say that, I'm going to give up some of my money and I'm going to give them a percentage. I might overpay them for their time. But that you just got to sit back and go, wow, I'm working too hard. I don't have time for this. I can't take another buyer. Give that to someone else, and you don't have to pay them. You don't have to guarantee them. To say, here's a buyer, here's our percentage. If you find them a house, agents will do that. They'll take that. So this is one of the only businesses I've seen that you could actually have help, hire help to help you with things for free, or with the hopes that you get a percentage of commission. You get commission, they get commission, and you can help. But of course, the reason always, number one, no one wants to split the pie. No one wants to take a cut of commission. They want it all. That's called greed, and that greed will bring you down. So if you have some of the things that I just mentioned, or all of the things I just mentioned, it might be time for you to find a team and build a team. A team could be one person, one other person that you could rely on to give out leads to and to help you with things and help you with that client from start to finish. That's something to think about. Now I'll talk about what is a team and the things that you need for a team and the top things that you should be looking for in order of growth of a team. Number one, and then this again, disclaimer, this is my opinion on a team. Number one, you have to be the team leader. You have to be the rainmaker, the team leader. A strong team leader is someone that is bringing in leads and supplying those to their agents. There's a lot of companies, or I'll say teams out there, are trying to build a team, and there's some of them are very successful at it. of building a team just for one, support. My opinion, when you have a team within a company that's their number one goal is just support their team members and train them, that means, my opinion, those agents are with a very use a different I'll use a different term. They're with not so strong of a company, because the company doesn't have the support. So are some teams that are built on support of their agents, but the company they're with, it doesn't have the support. So the agents go on the team because they want a team leader that'll support them, train them, help them with their transactions, show them how to show houses, how to market themselves, how to be successful, because the office and the company doesn't have it for the agents. So I think that's, if you are with if there's agents out there with a company, again, not bad companies, there's not strong in the coaching, they're not strong in the training, they're not strong in the support 24/7, then those agents with those offices might have to be on a team for that support. That happens a lot. Hopefully our Century 21 HomeStar agents that you don't need to be on a team for that. We have that within the office for everybody. So support wise. Also, the other thing too is camaraderie. I totally understand that some agents just want to be part of a team. They want that family feel of getting together a couple times a week, or that small group of people motivating each other and getting together and being a tight-knit, smaller group, not a large company with hundreds of agents. They want that small feel. So that helps too. So those are the three kind of things that form a team or why team. So either one, the team is and it could be all three, of course, and that's a really strong team. Very strong with lead generation and giving leads out to all their team members fairly, and helps them grow their business by being the rainmaker. Two, they support and train them and show them how to be great agents. And then three, having that camaraderie of the motivation and the family feel of a smaller group, just maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 agents within a smaller, bigger brokerage on that. But again, my feel, if you go that bottom up, I went 1, 2, 3, leads, training and support, camaraderie. Growing a team in reverse never works. I've never seen it happen. I've seen agents try, well, I'm going to build a team. I'm going to build it with camaraderie, and we're going to get together and motivate each other. And then two, I'm going to want to, sometimes a team leader thinks, well, I've been in business a while. I'll train them. I'll support them. And then again, usually that's with a company. They think that in a company that doesn't have all of that support. And then three, then maybe I'll give them some leads. That hierarchy of a team, in my opinion, and I've never seen it work. Never seen it work long term. Our agents stay within a team. It's usually the leads first, coaching, mentoring, support, and training, and then the camaraderie of the team there. So that's kind of how a team is grown. Now I'm going to give you the top things that teams look for from top to bottom, and when you're growing your team. One, usually the first thing is buyer's agents. Buyer's agents are the first thing, because there's too many leads or too many buyers that they can't get a hold of. Buyer agents. Two, usually right after that, is agents with the teams that get busy enough, then they're looking for transaction coordinators. And some of them, you could find virtual transaction coordinators. And there's companies out there, if you don't know this already, there's transaction coordinating companies. You could pay per transaction. You don't have to pay someone an hourly rate. Go find someone that knows about real estate and train them and give them a place to sit. There's actual companies out there that you could pay just to do your transaction coordination and pay per transaction. So if you're in that point of your business where things are falling apart because you're so busy showing houses and going out there, and then your current transactions are not going smoothly because someone's not following up when the appraisal's ordered. All of a sudden, it's 2 weeks in, the loan officer totally missed it. appraisal still not ordered, or inspections done, and removal of consent contingencies, and the information to the title company, and when closing is. If at the end of the transaction things aren't going smoothly, maybe it's time for a transaction coordinator. Next is listing agents. Are you going on so many listing appointments? You're out there competing against other people, and you're losing out on listing appointments. It might be time for a listing coordinator. The next couple things are sometimes getting a marketing coordinator, because if you're not going out, you're not out there sending out your social media. There's companies and systems that could help send out your social media posts. And if you're not out there, doing your mailers and following up with your marketing efforts, you might need a marketing coordinator. Next is a team manager. Then you get to the level of like, wow, I have team members, but I don't have the time to follow up with all of them, what they're doing and how they're handling things. I can't handle all the questions, again, because there might be within an office where the broker manager owners are not there to help their agents. They just push them off to the team. That's not happening here at Century 21 HomeStar, but there are offices that have that. Then maybe those teams need a team manager to help with questions for the people on their team and watch and oversee what they're doing. And then last is lead management. Maybe if a team might be investing in leads in Zillow or Realtor.com or different avenues, and there's so many different leads coming in, and maybe they have so many listings where there's calls and emails and potential buyers wanting information on their listings. There's someone that just needs to manage leads on that. So that's kind of I don't know if you word the hierarchy, but the list of from top to what's most commonly used and started to build a team to the person, like when you have a complete team and a complete entity, so to say, within a brokerage, and having a team and having actual staff and team management and team lead management and marketing assistants and managers, and having really a company within a company when you have something like that. So those are some information on what it is when you need a team. But bottom line, especially to the new agents out there, and many of you might be watching this, are new with Century 21 HomeStar or out there new in the business in general, I personally believe, my personal opinion, new agents should not go on a team first. You find a company, or if you like a company but the company doesn't offer it, maybe a team. You need someone that's going to mentor you. A mentor, a true mentor, someone that's doing this full time, not also selling. That because they're busy selling. If they're team leaders and they're busy selling their own properties, you need someone that's going to mentor you, take the time, that's been in the business more than 10 years. Why I say more than 10 years is that the markets change. If you want a long career in real estate, you need someone that's been around a long time, has seen different markets, different interest rates and situations and that, because things are going to change in the future. You want someone that's been through things in the past. So my opinion, a mentor, minimum 10 years in real estate. They've seen different markets, seen different situations on there, and does that full time. And then you need an office or a team or whatever that's going to support you and has dedicated support staff during the day and people available at night. That's for new agents. That's my suggestion. And then 3 is someone's going to teach you, the old saying, teach you how to fish, not give you fish. If they want to learn, it could be 6 months, could be a year, it could 2 years. Have someone teach you how to build your own business. That's why you got into real estate, how to build your own business. Sometimes, not all, some teams will give you leads and control the leads, control the future leads that come from those sales. And then they're always involved, which is a great way for them and their team, but doesn't help you. In the future, you're always relying on them for support, their answers, their leads, their systems, and then you can never go off on your own, which is fine. If that's what you like, some agents love to be on a team, will always be on a team and forever, but some want to build their own business, maybe build their own team, and it's hard to do that under the umbrella of some teams. So not all, there's lots of great ones out there. You've seen them out there. You've had transactions with those teams, and some are not so great. Some are just put together kind of like, I don't know how they stay together, and no one's watching each other, and there's no support, and there's no help. It's just like a name. And you've seen that too. I just hate to see agents go on bad teams out there that don't really give what they're saying they're giving. So these are some of the things that I say look for when you're thinking about building a team, things to think about when you if you want to join a team. These are the things that you should look for too. And of course, you're welcome to use me as a resource. I will give you my honest 110% opinion of what I feel that's best for you and in my experience, because I want to help. And any help is what the experience you went through, your things that you've seen, and I've seen a lot in almost 30 years in real estate out there, and continue to see things every day. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, reach out to me if you want to talk more about teams joining one or building one. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11. Bye-bye.